What's up everybody, this is Lyle with No Hippie Barbecue. What I'll be doing today was a request by one of my subscribers, Norma Jean. What we're going to be doing today is an Olive Garden favorite, Zuppa Toscana. Now I'm not a huge fan of Olive Garden, so I had to kind of get my inspiration from a bunch of different places, but I think I have something as good as what they're knocking out there. Anyway, this recipe seems pretty straightforward to me. Let's get on in and take a look at these ingredients. So these are the ingredients you're going to need to hook this up. I will have the recipe in the description, but here we go. We have some diced onions, half and half, some fennel seed that's kind of crushed up a little bit. I have salt and pepper, some sugar, Italian sausage, Romano cheese, have some bacon back here that's diced up, some chicken stock or broth, some kale, and then we have a Yukon Gold potato that's kind of cut like that. Not quite a dice, but you know, nice little healthy chunk. Anyway, those are our ingredients. The first thing I need to do is get this sausage cooked down, so let's get rolling. Let's cook this Italian sausage. Now one thing I don't want to do is over stir it and have this sausage come out really crumbly. So what I'm going to do is we're just going to throw this in, and I'm going to let it kind of cook on this side until it becomes kind of crusted over. Then I'm going to flip it over and kind of let it cook through, and then I'm going to break it up. So we're going to have bigger chunks of sausage is really what we're looking for. Now that our sausage has kind of been cooked through, we're going to go ahead and I'm going to just set it aside on a paper towel. And because I did cook it so slow, there's not a lot of grease that we need to be dealing with. Now we're going to go ahead and add our bacon and our onions, and we're going to cook those down. So now that we have our bacon and onions cooked down, we're going to go ahead and add everything else except for the Romano cheese, which we're going to use as a garnish, our kale, and our half and half. So our potatoes, our sugar, our salt and pepper, our crushed fennel, and our chicken stock, and we're going to go ahead and let this simmer for 15 minutes. Now that we've let this cook for about 15 minutes, we're going to go ahead and add in our sausage, our kale, and our heavy cream, or our half and half. And we're going to go ahead and stir this up, and we're going to let this cook for about another 15-20 minutes, and it should be a done deal. So this is simmered that additional 15 minutes. I'm just going to go ahead, shut my burner down, and then let it cool down, and then we'll taste it and see what we think. Now that this has had a chance to cool down a little bit, let's go ahead and scoop some up right quick. Smells amazing. Like I said, I've never had this at Olive Garden, so I will not be able to be a true test as to if this is a exact copycat. Alright, got that in. Let's go ahead and hit it with some of this Parmesan cheese that I grated up off camera. Little bacon that I did off camera as well. Let's go ahead and taste it. So this is a wrap. Now like I said, I don't usually go to Olive Garden, so hopefully I did this recipe justice, but listen, I followed some of the directions on some of these copycat, you know, Olive Garden recipes, so you know what, let's get in. I am going to count this as a win. Whether it tastes like Olive Garden or not, this is some good soup. One thing I will tell you, wouldn't have thought that Romano cheese that I kind of threw on at the end was gonna do much to it, but that's a nice little touch to this recipe. Anyway, I could go ahead and keep eating on this, but I'm not. I do want to thank you guys for stopping by No Hippie Barbecue. I appreciate it. Comment, subscribe. Now I'm out.